I'm working on the White Elephant with Busted Fuse. It's got Josh Bliss on there. It's got Paranorm on there. The brother Hayes, brother Skinny D. That I would definitely keep around for that. It might be his best work so far. Also working on a Dirty Klansman album with Manny MacGyver, Dizzy Disaster, Dungeon Master, Eddie Hispanic. And that'll probably be coming out towards the end of the year. And I'll be looking to definitely be looking to drop another hip hop album next year. And I got some catching up to do with some cats in the Carolinas for some drum and bass tunes, Liminal, Noisy Drums, and my brother Symmetrics sent me a banger. Maybe, I don't even know, maybe like 6 months ago, and I've literally just been this goes back to the turning the coal into a piece of diamond. I've just been really trying to master my delivery on that, because I kind of took it to like a triple time, kind of.
Surpass paper cuts?
What was that?
Surpassing paper cuts with this track, man?
With what, how fast I'm running?
Yeah, just how epic the production is in this track.
I mean, they're two complete. It's kind of like comparing the movie Heat to, like Kingpin.
Yeah.
They're both really, really dope, but they're just two completely different movies.
Completely different styles.
Yep, exactly. Where Paper Cuts is more of like a upbeat, kind of aggressive, like you said, heroic kind of boom bapish tune. This is more of like a really bass heavy, low thud kind of thing.
And when these releases drop, where can our listeners be able to listen to them, purchase them, download them?
Well, I always encourage everybody, you want to go straight to my website. If you go to ElijahDivine.com, that's pretty much like the core reach out from there. You can get all my social networking, you can get upcoming events, you can get footage from the last events, and usually my entire catalog, like every mixtape I've ever been on, every album I've ever dropped, every EP, blah, 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 that's usually always right on ElijahDivine.com. My projects like Divine Intervention, Split Notes 3D, those are on Bandcamp, and a lot of the previous work I did, like for instance for Busted Fuse, The Easy Way Out, and Creel, that can all be found on SoundCloud. And once again, you can go through ElijahDivine.com to get to the SoundCloud links.
Straight up, man. Y'all heard that. ElijahDivine.com. You also have a Bandcamp, which you can also download. 3D, Spliff Notes, and Divine Intervention. And now, do you have any upcoming performances? And if so, when and where can the people catch you live?
Definitely. I kind of actually got to go through the Rolodex right here. Next June, I'll be playing is on the 5th in Holyoke at the Drum and Bass event. And after that will be December 12th, and that's going to be at Loxy from Metalheads, Red Shit, K-Sharp. My system is ISIS, Messenger. And that's going to be at Divas at 492 Pleasant Street in Northampton. And then we're playing in Lynn. We're doing the 5th, got Venom, Empress, Lyra, my brother Ellsworth. So it's going to be really proper. And then I forget what the date is. I'm going to be playing in Lynn with the Dirty Klansman not too far from that in December. And then I'm also going to be doing Miss Isis's EP release in January. So you can keep up with that off ElijahDivine.com. Speaking of which, I'm looking at it right now. There's a new tune we just dropped last week called Guerrilla Combatants. It's me and Manny MacGyver, and that's going to be on the White Elephant. You can get that right off my Facebook fan page, or you could get that at ElijahDivine.com. You can find the links right from there.
Hell yeah, man. I definitely appreciate you calling into the show. And do you have any last words and or advice for inspiring MCs or artists alike?
That's a tough one, man. Be yourself, man. At the end of the day, I noticed some of the things that saddens me with a lot of these cats who's coming up is a lot of people follow trends, and what they don't seem to realize is the trend is just that. It's just something that is kind of here today and going tomorrow, and if you were to base yourself off of that and your own personal expression off of somebody else's shit that's going to be here today and going tomorrow, then you, my friend, will be here today and going tomorrow and will not seem authentic. If there's one thing that people look for in hip-hop especially, is to relate to somebody. You know what I mean? And that's the one thing you want to do. You'd be surprised how many people you can relate to just being yourself. Another thing I would say is to never stop grinding whatsoever, because, for instance, I'm not even at any sort of economically humongous successful level right now. But on the flip side, I've definitely etched myself as a cornerstone, and definitely as a force to be reckoned with lyrically, and with my delivery and everything. And there was a point in time where I know you, my homies. I remember one of my best friends pulling me aside one day, we were blazing, and he goes, "Oh man, have you ever thought about, just dropping the whole thing and putting your time and energy into something that's actually going to pan out for you?" And I had a lot of people doubt me, man, and a lot of people thought I was really whack, and just never thought I was going to get to this point. And
I feel that.
I see those same people, and they're bigging me up. So, people need to realize, it's not like you're not going to wake up tomorrow and be like, "Cool G rap." Like, if you really, what I would really recommend for MCs?
What?
You go on YouTube and look up RZA and Old Dirty Bastard at a talent show when they were really young. And if you look at the skill level that they had when they started out in that talent, well, I'm sure that's not where they started out, but in the levels of that talent show, as opposed to, their plateauing and peaking and everything, you'd be amazed. And that was unsure of themselves or insecure or didn't get the right support or anything, when you see that, it'll kind of click in your head like, okay, with practice comes everything.
Absolutely, man. I couldn't agree with you anymore, man. Those are some very true words and good advice.
Thanks, brother.
Hip-hop definitely lacks a lot of unoriginality nowadays, and a lot of people just following trends, and that's why there's so many just not even one-time wonders. They just make a quick single and it fades away. Then, you see these big-time guys, you think they're big-time on TV, here today, gone tomorrow, and, before you know it, they're back exactly where they started, not living in riches galore and rolling in Cadillacs, so it's definitely